don't know what to say to couples that doesn't make couples boudoir awkward. Today's video is exactly what you need. Today I'm going to walk you through how to talk to couples without it feeling awkward, without forcing any level of intimacy at all. Today I am going to talk about how I create intimacy in my couples without it feeling awkward or forced at all. I photograph a ton of couples and people always ask me, how do you create so much intimacy in your photos? I don't want to cross the line, but I don't want to feel like this is prom and lingerie. And here's the real truth. It doesn't start with posing. It starts with the expectations and the language you are using in your studio space. I'm gonna start with principle 1. We are going to frame the session as a story. What that means is even before we start any of the posing, I explain to them what the vision is. For me, it's foreplay. So think of coming home from a night out and you guys are already a little handsy. We're gonna make it like you're finally home. Or another example is you're lounging all day at work and he finally comes home and you are so ready to go after it. Those are just 2 ways I open up the whole conversation that ultimately leads to the intimacy you see in the photo. Why it matters, it's removing the pressure, it's setting the pace, and it's giving them permission to create that intimacy naturally. When couples are understanding your vision, they stop asking, what do I do? And start vibing out with you. Principle number 2 seems kind of basic, but I give them permission to do what they would do naturally. So I say, if you would naturally kiss each other in this instance, do it. Don't wait for me to tell you to kiss them. I don't want to instruct you on every kiss and touch because that becomes more prom-like than natural. Basically, like, don't over direct intimacy because it's gonna feel real staged instead of that natural fluidity you see in a lot of my photos. And as a photographer, you're looking for those small moments because they are the puzzle pieces to the full storyline of the session and really what they want. Don't think of it as like you're removing control. Think of it as directing confidence in your couples to be able to do what they would naturally. I'm not a volume photographer. My goal is to not shoot 4 couples in one day. So the second principle is give yourself time to create with a couple. When you butt them back to back to back, you're not giving yourself time and space to be creative and really make the experience that luxury, that high-end, and that impactful. It gives us time to slow down, take a moment instead of diving straight in and feeling like you're raw dogging it. The only time it does go faster is the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th session because they're already coming in with this built-in confidence they got from the prior sessions. Time creates safety. Safety creates intimacy. No one's gonna feel intimate in a non-safe space. 4th principle, set your expectations and boundaries up first before you even start. I'm not saying like, I don't do erotica. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm clearly telling them I'm not going to overpose them unless that's something they're asking for. For example, when you have a couple that are both submissives, you're going to have to be the dominant in that situation. But a lot of times, one person is dominant and one submissive, so the dom's going to take control. Dom, alpha, whoever's your leader of the pack, if you will. This is why I require the proper documentation beforehand so that I am ready to go and go where we need to go with it. Clear boundaries don't actually make it safer, it's just not as restricted. This is the most important principle. Shut the fuck up. When you're talking, they're not gonna be focused on anything except where you are with the camera. When you stop talking and in that silence, that is when I get the most intimate shots because they wander, they go with the flow, they're in the zone, and their natural mannerisms are beautiful every time. So example, if she needs to arch a little more, I do not say that out loud. I just go and push on the center of her spine so she's aware that's what she needs to do. Same thing with the toes, I'll just come in and kind of lift them. That's not me talking, that's me moving the body to create the most beautiful art form. Again, I'm not talking. If you talk too much, it's just an interruption into the whole connection. So let's recap. Creating intimacy is not saying something spicy. Don't be afraid to be a little cheeky. It's about setting the story up, giving them permission to do what they need to do creating that time and space so you're not rushed, holding those boundaries strong, but letting them know it's okay to like let go to a level and just shut up. Just shut up. That's the kind of direction I'm giving in my couple sessions. So if you are curious on to see how it actually relates back into the studio, that's something I'll be teaching more on this channel. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date. And if couples is something you really want to get into, make sure, like I said, you hit the subscribe button. Comment down below couples. Honestly, guys, we need more couples boudoir photographers in the industry. It is an untapped market, but you have to do it right in order to really capture those couples. This is what this whole channel is dedicated for. No gatekeeping. We are going to get through every single layer. So I'll see you next week.